Mr. Dubois, privacy is a fundamental need and basic right. However, we have the impression in our days that the utility of electronic communication devices comes with the loss of this privacy. What the Commission thinks about this?
You are right. Privacy is a fundamental right. It is enshrined in the Charter of Fundamental Rights of the European Union, and Europeans want to have privacy. 90% of Europeans want more privacy on the internet. The Commission is working since 2010 in a reform of the data protection rule to improve the rights of individuals as regards personal data, especially on the internet.
So, but privacy can be protected without utility or security loss, you think?
I think that privacy of individuals can be improved while keeping all the functionality of our smartphones and of new technologies. In its proposed reform, the Commission introduced the obligation to do data minimization, that is, not to collect more data than necessary to deliver a service. In addition, the Commission introduced the principle of privacy by design and by default, saying that the devices we buy, the internet services we use, should by default start with strong privacy settings that protects the individuals. I agree, it is not always the case today, but there is no fatality. It can be drastically improved.
You are working in the European Commission for Justice, but you're an engineer, so you can maybe explain us if these new technologies of big data and the cloud technology change the field, change the realities, or it's neutral, it's nothing.
The cloud technologies will help Europe to further grow. There are big benefits of cloud technologies for reducing the cost of administration, for facilitating transaction between Europeans, and the Commission wants to build a digital single market where everyone can use services from other countries, but it wants to build a digital single market with trust. The current services needs to be improved, their security needs to be improved, and their compliance with data protection rules needs to be improved. And there are many technologies and research projects in Europe that demonstrate that it is possible to build more secure cloud services, to reduce the risk of personal data breaches, and to increase the trust of Europeans in new technologies. It will also be good for our economy, and it will also be good for exports, because we believe that technologies that provide a high level of personal data protection and privacy will have a chance on the global markets.
So in this digital agenda that you mentioned, trust and security are a priority, are high on the priorities, and in general, what is the regulation that we have in Europe, what the European Commission is trying to do to regulate this area?
We currently, the digital market is not completely finished today. We have a very fragmented landscape. We have data protection rules for each member state, which are in each member state a bit different. Therefore, there is a need of harmonization and there is a need of simplification. Many internet companies, including foreign companies, do not know which rules to apply or do not want to apply those rules. The Commission has proposed a new data protection regulation which will apply all over Europe. It will be the same rules. It will provide for a high level of protection. It will apply to all companies, including internet companies offering services to Europeans or profiling them. And it will also include strong sanctions, meaning that companies that do not play by the rules will be sanctions to a high level, which is not the case today, where the maximum sanctions are very small compared to the turnover of the big internet companies.
And when do we have this new legislation accomplished, you think?
So the proposal of the Commission was made in 2012. The European Parliament voted on the Commission proposal earlier this year with a very large majority. 620 parliamentarians voted for the Commission reform, and we now expect the Council to agree also on a common position on this reform. And the Council said in October last year that they expect that we could have this new legislation in 2015.